For the last 2 decades, the adult obesity problem in the United States has been steadily increasing. Health experts believe that it is the second most preventable death in adults in the nation and is soon expected to reach number one. Among the consequences of obesity is an increased risk of diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, sleeping disorders, and cancer. The president of the American Obesity Association has said that obesity is killing at least 300,000 people a year, and that's called an epidemic, and this is a serious problem. Children are also struggling to control their obesity problem. A study has shown that most children between the ages of 6 and 19 are overweight. American children are at risk of developing high cholesterol, hypertension, respiratory ailments, orthopedic problems, depression, and type 2 diabetes. Jessica Leonard is a 9-year-old from Tennessee. The only problem is that she weighs 400 pounds. Who's to blame for something like this? I think that we all agree that the parents should partake a huge responsibility in this matter. They, however, are not the only ones that we should blame. Along with bad parenting, media and schools play a huge role in children's obesity. The debate whether media has an effect on childhood obesity has been going on for years. It is estimated that a child views around 40,000 commercials annually. 50% of that are directed at kids with advertisements for foods such as candy, convenience foods, snack foods, sugar-sweetened beverages, and sweetened breakfast cereals. A conduct study states that younger children have a tendency to believe that the commercials that they are viewing during the television shows are telling the truth, which then leads to request parents to purchase the product. Every commercial that is played on the television makes the company a fortune. Fast food outlets spend $3 billion in television ads targeted at children. But that is just a fraction of how much money advertisement companies pull in. That total exceeds $27 billion. It is said that to stop these advertisements from brainwashing our kids, you should attempt to limit the amount of time that your child spends in front of the television set. Next, you should not buy foods with high sugar content for your children, no matter how persuasive they are. Look at the ingredient labels to make sure you are buying foods with low sugars. Schools also have an impact on overweight children. When a child first enters the school system, this may be the first time that he or she has the power to eat whatever they want for lunch. Unfortunately, the choices that the children are given are full of fats and sugars. Research has shown that a typical lunch consists of a sandwich of some kind, usually on white bread with mayonnaise. Then the child usually will eat a bag of potato chips and wash it down with some kind of drink with high sugar such as a soda or fruit punch. If lunch is not the time that a child eats unhealthy, there are plenty of periods during the day where they make up for it. Inside a school, one can find vending machines scattered throughout the building's halls. The machines are usually filled with food high in sugar such as soda and chocolate candy like M&Ms. Parents should talk to their child about how important nutrition is and give them a rundown about the school's menu and how it affects the child in the long run. Give the child an option to eat whatever they want occasionally, but take away their desire for unhealthy foods by packing them a lunch on a daily basis. This gives them no choice but to eat healthy. If parents give their child money to purchase lunch, take away that privilege. Instead of giving them cash in the morning, give them a bag with their lunch already packed. During the last few years, schools are trying to improve some of the problems in obesity by adding things to the menu such as grilled chicken and salads, and also taking away vending machines from the school's halls. We as a nation love to blame media and school systems for many of our society's downfalls. But with the obesity crisis, I think there's no one to blame but the parents and the child. Kids these days have become lazier than any other previous years, passing their time with video games, computers, and television. It is estimated that 25% of the time that a child is awake is spent in front of a television set, increasing their chance of becoming obese. This is because little energy is exerted while watching television. When a child's stomach is full of high-calorie snacks, watching television does not provide them with the energy they need for the body to burn off all the fats that has been deposited during the day. Recent examinations show that at least an hour of physical activity a day can reduce the body mass by 1.8%. The study concluded that at least 5 hours of physical education per week, starting as young as kindergarten, can lower the child's body mass by 10%. Parents should be the first people to blame for their child's overweight problems. Parents can also be called bad role models by stacking their houses with junk food. They are the ones who purchase the food and also the ones that cook the meals. But with the hectic lifestyles of parents these days, cooking meals has turned into a quick run to a fast food place. It is more convenient to fit their lifestyle. When parents are not around, the children may be left with a babysitter, sometimes not old enough to even drive. How are they supposed to prepare the meals? This is when money is left to order takeout. With such busy lives, parents are not around to witness what kind of damage is done to our children. They must step up and regulate the lives of children by cooking appropriate meals. Limit the amount of television that your kids are watching by substituting with outdoor activities. And push your child to join an activity such as football or baseball. Your results will even shock you. How much longer until we notice that our children are damaging their futures with the way they eat? An estimated 300 adults die each year because of overweight complications. These are our kids in 10 years. These are deaths that are so easily avoided. We have no control over the media, and there is no way to stop them from advertising all the junk foods. But schools have started participating in the fights. Next, it comes down to us, parents. Keep an eye on your child's intake of food. You are the ones in charge of the shopping. Take a minute to look at the ingredient labels, and don't be afraid to put an item back because of its content. In the end, it will prove to be a life-changing choice. Thank you.